Thank you. You know, we decided September the 14th. That was a very important date for us and for me also. As you know, we decided at that time to create the People's Party of Canada. And after that day, I did a couple of interviews with journalists. And I had the same kind of answer, you know. I was answering the questions, but after that they were telling me, Maxime, it took 3 years for Preston Manning to build the Reform Party of Canada. We don't believe you that you will be able to do that in a year. You won't be ready for the election. The plane won't take off, so it will go nowhere. And tonight, you are the proof that this party is going somewhere for a better Canada. And yes, we are the People's Party because we represent the people. For us, there's no political correctness. We must say what we believe in. We must say what we believe in, and we are having the ideas, and we have the ideas for a better Canada, a smaller federal government that will respect the Constitution, that will respect taxpayers, but also, if we have a smaller government in Ottawa, we'll have more freedom, and with more freedom, we'll have more prosperity. And the same journalists are asking me that question. Yes, the CBC. Why people are supporting us and help us to build this party? So for me, the answer is clear. Because, not because of me, because of our principles. People believe in individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness, and they believe that for us, it is not a slogan. It is not buzzwords. We are believing in that, and we are serious speaking about individual freedom and personal responsibility. And we are serious because we believe in people. We believe that you have the ability, the dignity, and the right to make your own decisions and determine your own destiny. We don't believe in big, fat government that want to interfere in your day-to-day life, a big, fat government that want to tell you what to do, a big, fat government in Ottawa that will tell provinces what to do. We want to respect the Constitution, we want to respect the people, and we are doing that. And it is because of all that that you are here tonight, and we have a lot of support all across the country. So for us, there's no pandering. And speaking about politicians and pandering, usually politicians try to please everybody. But we're not like that. We are saying to Canadians, if you like what we are saying, if you believe in the freedom ideas, you will come, and I hope that you will vote for us. Yes. And if you don't like what we are saying, it's okay. You can vote for another party. We won't do any pandering. And the best example of that, Trudeau, Scheer, the NDP, they try to please a special interest group. And you know which one? I spoke about that for a long time, for the last 2 years. The supply management producer. So, They want to please 13,000 supply manager and producer that are fixing the price for their products. As you know, we are paying twice the price for poultry, dairy, and milk. But for them, they want to have their votes. But they're not working for Canadians. Canadians are paying twice the price for these products. It is unfair. We must work for 37 million Canadians, and we want them to pay less for their grocery. That's an example of political parties that try to pander with a special interest group and not having the interest of all Canadians. And speaking about supply management, Andrew Scheer was in my riding a week ago. Good for him. And
drinking the milk,
and he was very proud to present his candidates against me. And do you know what that person was doing before being a candidate against me? Dairy producer, yeah. So they want to be sure to have a debate, another debate in my riding during the election time about that cartel. And I'm looking for that. That will be fun. We'll speak about that, not only for Beauceron, but we'll speak and we'll explain what it is to work for all Canadians, to my people in Beauce, in Quebec, and in Canada, and that will be the example, the best example that we are very different than the other political parties. So, supply management. If you cannot, so I'm speaking for Andrew Scheer and Justin Trudeau and all the other parties, if you cannot resist pressure from that cartel, how you be able to resist pressures from all other powerful interest groups? They won't. They won't be able to resist their pressure. And there's a lot of powerful interest groups out there. People who want more subsidies, protection from competition, and legal privilege. And we have a lot of special interest groups in this country who wants a lot of privilege and goodies from the government at the expense of 37 million Canadians. For us, we won't try to please these special interest groups. We are the People's Party. We are working for all Canadians, and we are having policies that is good for the prosperity of this country and prosperity of Canadians. And I want to speak a little bit about corporate welfare. Bombardier, you know, I'm coming from Quebec. Bombardier, it's a great corporation. GM and Chrysler, they're a great corporation. But they don't need your money. If they're so good, they will be able to please their consumers and they will be successful. Corporate welfare does not make our economy more productive. Either a company is well managed and profitable, so that company does not need corporate welfare, or a corporation is bad managed and not profitable and should not receive corporate welfare. So that's why we propose to abolish corporate welfare. We can save between $5 and $8 billion a year. And we'll be able to have a flat tax for entrepreneurs in this country at 10%. So for us, a small business, a medium-sized business, or a big business, we want to have a policy that would be fair for everybody. So we'll have a flat tax for entrepreneurs at 10%. We'll be able to do that. We'll be able also with that money, by ending corporate welfare, to abolish the capital gains tax in this country. And also, we have a lot of regional agencies that are giving subsidies to businesses. We will abolish that. But Andrew Scheer, He wants to do the opposite. He wants these regional agencies to be more efficient to buy votes. So for that, they will have, for the regional agencies from Quebec, they will have a member of parliament from Quebec that will be in charge of that. For the regional agencies for Ontario, they will have member of parliament from Ontario that will manage that. So their goal is to give subsidies to businesses by politicians to be sure to buy votes. But what they don't know, real entrepreneurs, they don't want that. They just want to have a fair policy. It is not fair to tax a small business owner here in Toronto and force them to pay taxes to give them to Bombardier, GM, or another big corporation like that. There's some politicians who are speaking about personal tax, and they are saying they will lower your taxes. But the question is how they will do that. Maybe they will create a bigger deficit, and that's not good for the future generations, and that's not good also for our country. But we know how we will do that. First of all, we will have only two tax brackets, the one at 15% for people earning more than $15,000 a year, and another one at 25% for people only earning more than $100,000 a year. And we'll have something for the poor. We will increase for the poor the personal exemption to $15,000. But that will cost something to the government. And I don't like deficit. I don't want to create a deficit. I want to balance the budget at least 2 years after being in government. So what we will do, we need to save money. Where we will save money? Foreign aid, you're right, foreign aid. We can save $5 billion and working for Canadians and being sure to have our people, Canadian first, and yes, also working for having a safer and a more prosperous country. So we'll do that. And no more money to a dysfunctional United Nations. But also we will be there to help other countries when something happens, a big disaster over there or something like that. I know that Canadians are generous, and yes, we will be there. But we won't be there to build a road in Africa or help other countries to fight climate change. So that's important. To save money and to be able to lower taxes to every Canadian, we can also privatize Canada Post. But also I know that you are waiting for that. You are waiting for that. We can save money also by cutting the CBC budget. Yeah. Let's speak a little bit about equalization. You know, I'm coming from Quebec, and I'm not proud that my province received equalization money for half a century. I said that in Quebec in French, actually, and so Quebecers, they know that I'm not proud because we are receiving equalization money. And it is a bad formula, because it is a welfare trap for provinces who receive equalization money. So we must give them the right incentive to lower their taxes, and we must give them the right incentive also to develop their own natural resources. So we need to change the formula. We need to have a formula that would be fair for everybody, for the province who are giving money in the equalization and the provinces who are receiving money. So we will do that, but I must tell you in advance that Justin Trudeau and Andrew Scheer won't speak about that. No, they don't want to speak about that because they think that they won't have the support of Quebecers, so they don't want to speak about it. But for us, we are speaking about it. We will do the debate about that because it's a bad policy for our country. We are not afraid to speak about what needs to be done in this country. And for us, there's no taboo. We have serious policies for serious challenges that we are having in this country.
Canada first.
And Canada first, peoples first, and that's why we are ready. We are ready for the election, and we are ready to debate with other politicians on the changes and the reform that need to be done in this country. We are ready, but I think the Conservative Party of Canada, they're not ready. They don't have a platform.
Undercover liberal.
They don't have a platform. But I must admit that they keep saying that they will unveil bits and pieces of that platform in the coming months. But do you know why they're not ready? Because they are still doing pollings and focus group. They don't know what they believe in. So they want to be sure to pander to the right special interest group. And they are trying to determine the types of promises to specific groups and voter segment that will bring them the most votes. It's all about election gimmick, just like the Liberals. Our approach, that's the opposite. We won't do that. We know what is good for this country, and we will try to have people on our side by speaking the truth, by telling them the reality and what needs to be done in this country. But we have a big job to do, and I count on you. I need you. I need you. So I want you to be better than me to explain our policies. Go on our website, peoplespartyofcanada.ca, partipopulaireducanada.ca. I want you to know our policies, understand our policies, and to speak to our fellow citizens. Yes. We will speak on what we believe and explain our policies before an election, during an election, and after an election. So that's why we will be able to have support of Canadians, because of you and me and everybody. We will be out there to explain what needs to be done in this country. Sometime I'm reading the newspaper. And I read the Toronto Sun last week.
Fake news.
And Scheer said that the Liberals have moved so far to the left that, and I quote,
they're crazy.
That, and I quote, Andrew Scheer said that we have an opportunity to say that we are a pragmatic, centrist party with room for lots of different views on lots of different issues.
Except for ours.
Pragmatic, centrist, lots of different views. So, no principle, no current vision for the country, They just want to pander to every special interest group. So, whatever you want, Andrew Scheer will give it to you. But I must admit, Andrew was right when he said that the NDP has become so far left that they've dropped out of the political spectrum. So he was right. Now the Liberals are the new left, the Conservatives are moving to the center, and the People's Party of Canada, we are the only right. And we are the only principal alternative.
Right is right.
Right is right. I think that Trudeau is a weak leader, but Scheer also. Scheer is a weak leader, and let's look at the facts.
Let's make Trudeau a drama teacher again.
So, despite Trudeau's disastrous record, despite the Indian trip, despite the huge deficit, despite the attacks on small businesses, despite the carbon tax, despite illegal migrants crisis, despite all of this, Trudeau is still ahead in the poll. So Scheer has been behind Justin Trudeau for the last year. We are the only true conservative alternative to that government. And we know that if we want our principle to win the battle of ideas, we need to defend them openly, with passion, and with conviction. And that's what I want to do. And I'm asking you also to do the same. And I'm asking you, for once, not to vote against something, but vote for what you believe in. Vote for your values. And we have a great vision for this country. We just need to ask Canadians to vote for what they believe in, vote for their values, and we must ask them to support us and to vote for the People's Party of Canada. And, you know, we are doing a lot of events like that all across the country. And for me, it's my best day in politics. I'm very happy. I'm doing what I believe in. We have the support of the people.
We love you.
Without any compromise. I love you too. I love you too. I like what I'm doing. And I count on you. I count on you to help us to build this party. And like Clinton said, we will have 338 riding associations up and running before the end of this year. And in January, we will find candidates with you, candidates that represent the people. In every riding, we'll have a candidate. But also, before the next election, I just want to let you know that we will be able to have candidates in the next by-elections here in Toronto. We'll have a candidate in Toronto, we'll have one in Montreal, one in BC, and we will show to Canadians that our party, we are there for them, and we will build this country starting with our candidates that will be part of these by-elections soon. Yes, and thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Don't hesitate to go on our Facebook page or Twitter account. I try to speak about what we believe on a regular, every day, and looking at the news and being there. So I really appreciate your support. And together, we will be able to say goodbye to Justin Trudeau. Thank you.